Okay then, Helldivers, we're back and we've got a lot to go through today, as it seems to be an exciting time right now as we venture into the final planet to defend, or the final 24 hours, depends on which one actually comes first. But there is a lot to go over as we've got two more new planets to attack, plus a planet that we defended last night has started the production for the FRV, also known as your vehicle. This is going to be an interesting one, as Shams Georgiani has also taken to Discord and given us a load of information, some of which probably is not the best, as it may not have actually been Sony's fault after all. And the Baskinator gives us a bit of an insight as to what the holidays are looking like for the staff at Arrowhead. Nonetheless, let's dive into the game and see what's happening today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button and subscribe it with post notifications turned on, and make sure you check out our amazing sponsor, Gamersubs. They offer esports athletes and gamers the most effective and healthy energy drink choice compared to those usual tins that you guys are all used to, and it will help us perform to our highest potential. They also offer a load of gamer snacks and accessories to boot, and they have looked after this channel absolutely tenfold. So we've got an amazing Christmas celebration happening right now over on the website, links in the description, and use code CloudPlays at checkout for a cheeky discount. With that being said, let's dive into the game, because I'm excited to tell you guys what's happening with the major order right now. So taking a look at the Galactic War map, we can see that there was a bit of a dispatch that went up late last night for a planet right here, which will be Secundus. This planet was under attack and needed to be defended for the main startup for the FRV construction. Now, obviously, with a couple of hours to spare, you Helldivers managed to come in clutch and secured that planet greatly, meaning that there is no delay on the FRV. Soon we should receive that stratagem. Now, we've got two planets that you guys can pick from today, as we've got another 12-hour defense campaign. We have got this right here, which is Skash, and this is a level 7 enemy invasion. And then we also have the Bashir, or at least that's what I'm pronouncing it as, another enemy invasion level 7. Now, based on the environments at hand, I would likely say that most people will head over to Skash, and it seems like they're already doing so, mainly because that forest environment is a little bit temperamental, and that's at the best of times, let alone if we have all of those Illuminate spawns coming up there as well. The forest environment is not the most secure, so to secure that win, we will probably head over to Skash and get that one segregated, which hopefully will mean it's the final defend against the 7 attacks from the Illuminate, which should mean that at some point today we will get that completed and hopefully have a no major order running into the weekend, or at least that's my hopes. Again, everything with a pinch of salt here. I'm really excited to see what's happening, guys, and I can't wait to see where this major order goes, as everybody is speculating that they are making their way over to the Meridia Black Hole. Now, at the moment, this one seems to stand a little bit skeptical, as they've taken a step away from it, so we'll have to wait and see how this story plays out. Let me know your concepts and thoughts via the comment section below. I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too. But let's get into the nitty-gritty new stuff happening inside of Helldivers 2. Starting off, we've obviously had a lot of controversy. The store was quite pricey. They've offered up the second half of the store completely free of charge. So when you log in, you'll receive some cool new gear, which is absolutely incredible. And we all thought that Sony may have had a bit of a partake with what happens to the pricing and why it seems to have gone that way. Well, Shams has actually turned around and stated, of course, it's a partnership, but we are at the driving seat behind the decisions. This one is on us. So it was their choice to make that increase. And why is that seeming to be the case? Well, actually, the more we kind of are able to put into the game, the more we can get out of it. As he stated right here, my wording could have been better. I mean to say that the better the game does, the more stuff we can do. Part of Omens of Tyranny was made by co-development studios that we could not have done unless you fine folks supported us through super credit purchases. Now, obviously, the game has made millions upon millions of dollars with regards to the main sales of the game overall, and that is a renowned fact. Now, unfortunately, game development can be quite expensive. To reckon to be able to come out on a positive and a bit of a profit, the likelihood is that the super credits are carrying the weight. So obviously, the war bond prices are probably not carrying through too much, so I don't know how to take that one. I think it's going to be a little bit of a twist and pulse for it, and we'll have to see exactly how it pans out. They have definitely made a bit of a profit off of this one so far, especially if you guys have purchased the first half of the new Killzone collab after receiving the second half of it free. For me personally, I think it's the right thing to do, and not only that, they'd have made a profit off of it anyway, because even then it's more expensive than a full war bond that they would have charged up for the more items than what we actually received. Now, just to confirm, because there has been a lot of confusion as I've been reading the comment section and talking to you guys quite a lot in there just recently, the second page is free, not the first page. This will be up for longer inside of the store, but you will still have to pay for that first half. But you have received 2 weapons and a full armor set completely free of charge on the company from the partnership collaboration. And we have some stuff with regards to new weapons, as the minigun has been something we have wanted since the game has ever released. It's something we've all spoke about. We want a backpack that will connect up to the minigun and will just consistently feed it ammo so that there is almost like a no reload need, because it's going to have like a chain load of bullets that reel off into the backpack. Well, actually, Shams Estate right here, a lot of requests for the minigun. We've got it on the wish list. Now, what I do know from the wish list is it may not be here anytime soon, but it is definitely likely to make an appearance inside of the game at some stage, because the wish list is something they seem to be going by quite heavily, which is why we've got a lot of the stuff we've got, such as the melee weapons and the vehicles. It seems to be something they lead off of. So the minigun is likely to make an appearance into the game at some stage or another. We just don't know when. On top of that, we have got some talk from Peter Stead as he went into talk with regards to super credit farming and how it is that they're going to be adjusting it, because it will be an adjustment they make in the future as well. He says right here, dude, I agree, but it's a bit too sensitive to rebalance it. I know our design director wants to change it so we flip it to make the highest difficulties pay the most, but the team can't stand another controversy, so it'll have to happen next year or later. So we'll see when that one comes through. It may not be happening at all next year based on that statement, but if it does, it's likely to be around Q2, Q3 if they're going to make that difference. We'll have to wait and see what happens exactly, but they have got it on the drawing board to be able to hopefully make that flip so that level 10 makes it more viable, because right now it's definitely a lot more viable getting super credits from a level 1, as stated by Clay, who did all of the testing over the last few days. So that's an absolutely huge statement, and hopefully we'll see that come through, because the logic for me is that the harder the difficulty, the more the reward, or at least that's how I seem to look into it. But we'll see exactly how that one pans out. Although the Baskinator has now got 2 weeks off. Now, that isn't in a solid statement that that's how long the company is actually going to be going down for and going off for their holidays, but it is quite a decent insight to see exactly how long it is that they may be alternating those holiday periods for. We obviously know that during the Christmas period, they do enjoy their holiday timing a lot like everybody else, and everybody's entitled to spend time with their family. The Baskinator's got 2 weeks off, so enjoy your 2 weeks off, Baskinator. Hopefully a lot of the other team have got the same amount, and then we can get back into it come the new year and have quite an exciting time period and seeing where it is that they team to take the game next. As of this week, it's been absolutely crazy. I think they've kind of been having all of these large drops, mainly just to kind of push the whole give them as much as we can now, enjoy the holiday period, and then come back bigger and better than ever in 2025. You guys right now have got your hands full with what's going to be happening inside of the game, and the Illuminate are not backing down. So hopefully before Christmas comes, we'll see the full force of the Illuminate coming in hopefully the next 24 hours, or at least that's what I'm really hoping for. The major order is nearly finished, man. It's nearly finished. So hopefully we'll see something come off the back end of that, but we'll have to wait and see. And going into your top comments right here, you guys have got some interesting things to say with regards to the collaboration. It was really a hard like 24 hours for the Arrowhead team, I'm sure, and even worse on social media. It states right here, while I think the free weapons and armor is really cool, I hope that the backlash doesn't deter them from doing more collabs in the future. Now, I do agree with this massively, and I do agree that the game is a paid game. It is a paid game, but it is not a AAA pricing game. This was originally at about $40. You can now pick it up for about $20 to $25, and it's dirt cheap. That, for me, is okay that they are making some sort of money pricing on their gear inside of the game. It's a game that we all enjoy and that is doing really well in the gaming scene right now. just because they want to try and make some money to be able to produce a little bit more. I don't see that as a negative for me, but that's my opinion, and I've always been a skeptical kind. Nonetheless, moving into another top comment right here, it says, to Arrowhead, you're the real pioneers in the gaming industry. Show the world how it has to be done. Now, I do agree with this, but in the same breath, I don't agree with this. I don't feel like being able to peer pressure a development team into providing a free service for something that they have to actually pay. That's how games actually die. It makes no sense to me why the gaming community is okay with this, unless they just want a flood of games that kind of come in, last 6 months, and come out and move on to the next. This for me is a really, really difficult sort of controversial conversation to be having, but I am intrigued to your opinion. Would you want a game to last less time but receive more free stuff, or do you want the longevity of the game from the overall but have to pay out a due period of like super credits and stuff like that as time moves forward? Let me know what you guys are thinking, but for me, every penny that I've put into the game, I've definitely got my time's worth. And thirdly, right here it states, Arrowhead, giving this to the community means that the $20 I gave them yesterday was 100% worth every penny, and that I think is the best way to look at it. The first half of the Superstore was overly expensive. Maybe it was worth about 2 loads of the war bond, which is crazy, and then they've given the second half away, which essentially is kind of actually a good counteract, and it worked really, really well. So hopefully more of you guys went and bought the first half of the store nonetheless. But thank you so much again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, post notifications turned on. We are going to bung up a quick 2 to 3 hour stream later on today, so make sure you come and dive with me as we cause some more managed democracy. It's going to be an exciting one. Thanks again for watching, guys. Appreciate your faces, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.